Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. This is Manning's Man. Yeah, man. Again, extremely delighted to have you joining us for one more video. Right? If you have not yet, you have to hit that like button. Smash that like button. You have to do that. You have to do that. Why would you not just like the video? Even if you don't like the video, do it for me. Do it for me. Like the video. And if you have not yet subscribed, and you are watching this video, go ahead, do the right thing. Do the right thing. Subscribe to the channel. And don't subscribe and watch the video and then unsubscribe. That would not be nice. Subscribe and stay subscribed. This is the place where we say, I am sure. And today, wow, I am sure that you are not happy if you're a Reggae Boy fan. I am not happy as a Reggae Boy fan. The positivity rate presently is at 8.3%, right? 8.3%. I know it ought to be the recommended rate for a nation to be opened up totally and restrictions lifted is 5 and below. So we're like 3.3% away from that. The death rate is decreasing, meaning less people are dying. The hospitalization decreasing. More vaccines are available and more people are getting vaccinated. Whilst I completely understand the position of the government of Jamaica and the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Right Honorable Andrew Holness, I'm not in total agreement with the declaration that for the game on November the 16th against the United States of America in the National Stadium, no fans will be allowed. I think we could have done something. We could have done something. Something could have done. I'm not asking for a full stadium. And even if 10,000 fans could not be facilitated, I think a provision could be made where 5,000 fans be accommodated. In a stadium that holds 35,000 people, I think 5,000 fans would be reasonable. In fact, I would say outside of all the persons who are connected to the game, having 2,500 Jamaicans in the National Stadium clapping on the Reggae Boys, I don't see how that would impact the rate. That's a bare minimum, and I'm saying that allowance could have been made for at least the bare minimum, because the other 7 nations in the qualifying stage, the octagonal they call it, they all have full stadium. We could have, and their positivity rate are all higher than that of Jamaica. Most of them have had more deaths, but the other thing is that they have more vaccinated people. I would love, this video is a plea, and I don't know who will hear it. If I had access to, I would speak to the Minister of Sport. I don't. Maybe you do. And all I'm asking is that consideration be given for 2,500 outside of the hospitality people, the security guards, the all the other people associated with the game, just 2,500 fans, and the seating arrangement be in the grandstand and at half line, or you have 1,000 in the grandstand and 1,500 spread all over the national stadium. I think that would at least be some sort of encouragement for the boys in this very, very crucial game. When I say fans, I'm not asking for any fan. I'm asking for persons who are fully vaccinated, who one, either have a PCR test or an antigen test. I think that could work. And this is needed. I hope the Minister of Local Government, who I believe is a football fan, the Minister of Sport, Honorable Babsy Grange, she seemed to love sport. I mean, she seemed to love track and field a little bit more, but I think she loves football. And the Prime Minister, the Minister of Health, just consider this. The reason why I want this special consideration to be given is simply for this reason. This is not a league. This is a one-off game for representatives of Jamaica, not of a parish or a community. Though it's a team of 27 players, some of these players are coming to Jamaica. They have never been before our fans. They have never played in front of the fans. Mikel Antonio, Kemar Roof, Ravel Morris, Ethan Pinnock. These guys have never had the opportunity to play in front of the people they represent. They weren't born in Jamaica, they were born in England. They are coming to an empty stadium. And I know that Americans will be in the stadium. It's just part of what normally happens. There are Canadians in the stadium. Panamanians were in the stadium. Maybe they are diplomats and there's diplomatic immunity. Think it is. I don't know, but they were there. So I suspect you will see somewhere between 30 to 50 Americans outside of the players in the stadium. It's going to happen. And I have no challenge with that, except that you end up having 30 Americans who are making more noise than the Jamaicans, because the Jamaicans that are there are in official capacity and not there as fans. I saw that at the last game, where the Canadians in the stadium had flags and they were waving and chanting. But most, I would say 95% of the people that were in the stadium were in there in official capacity. And so they weren't really fans to cheer on the team. And so I ask that consideration be given for this. In that 2,500 that I'm asking for, I am asking that, this is going to be tough, but I have to ask, that special provision be given to former national players who are part of the 1998 campaign, who are fully vaccinated, since that's the rule, to be in the stadium as well. If they're fully vaccinated, they played one time, two times, they came as a substitute, they were named in the squad, they should be allowed to come to this game. And here's why. The 16th of November, 1997, was the day that we drew 0-0 with Mexico at the said national stadium and qualified for the World Cup in 1998 that was held in France. The only time we have played in the World Cup finals. We don't know that it will happen again, at least in my lifetime. I really hope so. Do we have a good opportunity now to accomplish that? Certainly. But there is something that has been recorded in history, and there must be some recognition given to it. I would personally like to see an on the low at the National Stadium, if he's fully vaccinated, looking at his son Damian Lowe representing the country, trying to accomplish what he did 23 years ago. Damian Lowe was 4 years old when his father played and qualified a national team to the World Cup. Is it that difficult for us to host 2,500 people fully vaccinated in a stadium that holds 35,000 people? I mean, even churches are told to accommodate people. Banks do, and they have their markers. And the Jamaican people, for the most part, have managed themselves well. For the most part. They are unruly people. They are lawbreakers in every society. There, and in Jamaica, certainly. But there are also law-abiding, well-thinking, country-loving, or patriotic Jamaicans who want what is best for the nation. They want what is best for the government. They want what is best for our sportsmen and sportswomen. And for too long, football, at least there's a sense that football ought to be treated differently from table tennis, track and field, golf, horse racing, and some of those other sports. And the perception of many of our young men who play this sport is that they are not respected, and they won't be. You will hear the criticism of our national footballers. We don't really hear people saying our athletes are not good. We don't hear people saying our netballers are not good. We don't hear people saying our jockeys are not good. But our footballers are consistently and constantly spoken to in that manner. Mr. PM, Minister of Sport, Minister of Local Government, I plead my cause on behalf of the Reggae Boys, on behalf of Andre Blake, Alvas Powell, Kemar Lawrence, Damian Lowe, Adrian Maria Pais and Pinlock, Liam Moore, Anthony Grant, Devon Speedy Williams, Javon Watson, Tyreek McGee, Leon Bailey, Michael Antonio, Kemar Roof, Jamal Lowe, Bobby Reed, Daniel Johnson, Alvas Powell, Javane Brown, O'Neal Fisher, Jaden White, Jamai Topi, Shamar Nicholson, Corey Burke, Junior Fleming, Javon East, Lamar Walker, from all different parishes, all different places. They need your help. Many of them have been sending monies back to their families because football has given them an opportunity. Please, consider the significance of the moment. I'm a little man, so far away from the governance of the nation. But I know that there's a part of you that knows that 2,500 people vaccinated, all tested, would not create problems for this one game. People in the medical profession, if I'm wrong, let me know. I want to thank you, and I want to share this video with as many people as possible. I think it's important that the word gets out there. Support the boys. Support the boys. Support the boys. Listen, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate your time and you stopping to listen. These are some serious times. And a win against the United States will lift this nation home and abroad. London, New York, Florida, Negril, Morant Bay will all feel the effect of a Jamaican victory on November the 16th if we would just allow 2,500 fans in our national stadium in honor of the 1998 team that qualified and the young men who presently sacrifice to represent Jamaica. I am sure.